Okay, so we want to take a quick look at some integrating quotations or some MLA formatting um, examples here. And I'm going to move through this sort of quickly and skip some of these examples because I know we've seen a lot of this before. So let's start with the simplest case, this one right here. Milton, the author, writes that he will, and then the quotation, and then simply page number, and again, period on the outside, not on the inside here. We'll move down again. This came up for a few people, the use of square brackets to indicate words that you have changed or inserted as part of the quotation. The square brackets help make it clear that that's a change that you've made and not something that was actually in the original. So if we read this example, Smith, in his review of Anatomy of Criticism, remarks that Fry sees myth as the basic building block of the Western literary canon, and here's where we run into trouble, the grammar of the quotation doesn't fit the grammar of our sentence. So what we need to do is change this term so that grammatically it fits, which is what happens here. So notice the square brackets indicate that we've changed exploring to explores. It's a fairly minor change, but we indicate that we've just needed to make this. And most readers will realize that what's likely happened when they read this is that we as the author have just had to change the verb, the kind of verb that's happening here, not the word itself. Another thing that'll sometimes happen is if within, say, a longer quote, you didn't necessarily want all of it, so you wanted to remove some pieces from the middle, that you might insert square brackets and ellipses, or the 3 dots here, to indicate that you've removed pieces. You're never going to have that at the start or at the end of a quote because it usually goes without saying that there's almost always something before or something after. So square brackets just if we've removed material from the middle of a quotation. And once again, probably the most common mistake is right here at the end of quotations. The simple case, there's no punctuation inside, space, page number because we've listed the author up here, and then simply the period. Okay, so just a matter of kind of memorizing the format. There's no logic to it or trick necessarily, just a matter of remembering through practice.